This is going to be a video about my microblading process. Yeah, so that's part of the reason I'm here with a fresh face, so you can see what my eyebrows look like when I wake up in the morning. There were a couple things that I was wondering, so basically this video is going to be progression, like what it looks like on the first day, what it looks like after 2 weeks, whatever, just moving on along the lines. But I had a couple things, like misconceptions and things I was wondering before I got mine done that I just wanted to touch on really quick first. So the first thing I would say is probably like wondering if it hurts, and not really, because they numb you, which I'll get to in a second, but they numb you so you don't feel like an intense pain. It's different than a tattoo because it's actually literally a tiny blade rather than a needle, and they're doing slits instead of pokes. But with the numbing cream, you don't get like a horrible cutting sensation. It's more just uncomfortable because it does start to get sensitive when they go over it a couple times. So there's a little bit of pain associated with that, but it also is mostly just really gross. Like you can feel your skin tearing and being slit open without having the pain there. So it's just kind of nasty. Like if you've ever had stitches on your head or something like that where you can feel the tugging and it's gross, that's kind of what I relate it to. So the process, basically, when they make your first appointment, it's a couple hours long. That might be kind of scary to hear because you think you're going to be stabbed in the eyebrows for a couple hours, which is not the case. Really, the actual stabbing is maybe like 15 to 30 minutes of it. But what they do first is they get there and they map out, like they measure your face and your eyebrows so they can get the right shape for your bone structure so that it looks good, it's flattering for you. And then they also pencil it in with how thick it's going to be so that you can see how thick it is before they go ahead and do it. So you'll know, like, I don't like it that thick, or I want it to be more bold in these areas. They can fix that before they actually make it semi-permanent. And then the other thing, I guess, was a kind of a misconception for me, is that I thought that, like, when you walked out of the studio, that was what it was just going to look like for 12 to 18 months, which is not the case. The healing does fade it out a little bit. It still is not like a perfectly filled in, bold, dramatic brow. It's just a natural full brow. If you want to go like full Glamzilla mode, you still got to fill it in, but it's a lot easier because you have the shape in there now. And the touch-up that they schedule you for is absolutely necessary. You'll see a big difference between after my first healing and my second healing. You'll see how much of a difference that touch-up makes. So I think that's all I wanted to mention, so I'm just going to shut up now and show you the progression. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. I'm about to head to my microblading appointment. This right now is just some gel brows on. They told me to come to my appointment with makeup so that they could see how I like my eyebrows to be shaped normally. So I don't really know how to do my eyebrows, so I'm just following instructions, but I'm gonna see if she can help me out, figure out what kind of shape I'm going for before they put it on my face forever. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, so it's done. I just got back. It's dark out now, so the lighting is weird, but I'm kind of trying to figure out if it needs to be more here, but otherwise they look really good. It really does look like it's just hair. Cool. Okay, it's the day after, and they are amazing. I love them. I'm trying to get in the sun so you can really see like the hair strokes that they did. They say that they're supposed to get more faded. I actually love them, how dark they are, so we'll see what happens. I did accidentally get them wet this morning when I was washing my hair for a split second, and I like dabbed it off, so I'm really hoping that they end up okay, but I'm very happy so far. Microblading update day 4. It's starting to scab a little bit. Starting to scab a little bit and peel off in places, and it's making it look like it's kind of uneven, but they did tell me that that was normal, and then it comes back in with like the lighter faded color. So I think it's healing pretty fast. Today's the first day that I'm allowed to put oil and stuff on it to prevent it from peeling. Okay, it's like day 13 today, and I finally just got past the peeling stage. So the problem right now is that they're really light. This is with makeup on, but I just wanted to do a shot of it because it only took me like 10 seconds to do each eyebrow. I just had to do like super minor amounts of filling in. I'll do a recording tomorrow before I fill them in to see how light they are, but I'm kind of just waiting for the color to darken back in, which seems like it's doing really slowly, so that's supposed to take up to 4 weeks to happen, so kind of just writing it out at this point. Okay, this is day 14. Day 14. All healed up, the color's starting to come back in. No makeup on them today, so I really like the shape. They're just kind of faded still. Yep, waiting it out still. Okay, this is week 3 of microblading adventures. I was starting to get a little bit freaked out because they were so light, but the color is starting to come back in. Every day I wake up and I notice more of the lines are back in there. They're more bold. I know you can't really see, the camera doesn't pick up the hair-like strokes, but you can see that they're darker than they were and that the shape is definitely still there. They're not like super dark. It's great for just like, hey, I woke up like this and this is what my eyebrows look like, but just to make them look bolder, I can put makeup on them, but it's super fast. So I just want to do it on camera really quick so you can see that it takes 2 seconds. So, because like the shape is so much easier to follow now because it's tattooed on there. So much easier to get them to match now too. There we are. So my eyebrow gel skill level is super low, and that just took me not even a minute to fill them in. So definitely way better than like the 15 minutes that I would spend trying to do them, messing them up and all that stuff before. So yay. All right, this is week 5, 6, one of those weeks, I'm not sure. I am actually fully healed at this point. I don't have any more pain or peeling, or it has come all the way back in. All the color has come back. I haven't seen any changes. I am able to go in and get my touch-up now, but I'm actually going on vacation next week, so I'll be getting my touch-up around week 8. I definitely think the touch-up is going to be necessary, so I have a really good shape still, so it's super easy to fill them in. And this procedure isn't meant to like replace filling in your eyebrows. You still have to do it. It's just so that you have more fullness when you don't fill them in, and so that you have a better outline for filling them in. But I think once I get my second touch-up, they will be in pretty good shape, so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. Not looking forward to having another 10 days of no sweating or getting them wet, but that's part of the deal, so I will check back in. This is the immediate aftermath of my touch-up appointment. There's more, they did a couple of extra strokes in the arches this time because that was what was faded last time. She did say that my fading was the best that she's ever seen because I asked her, I was worried about like the getting water on it the first day situation, and she said that I had the best fading that she had ever seen, so that's interesting. So take that for whatever it's worth. What my fading was like, yours might not be that bold, but she did a couple extra strokes in the areas where it faded the most, so it should be a lot bolder when it heals up this time. We'll see. This is my post touch-up healing. It's looking pretty good. Now that they went back in and filled in the sparser areas, I don't really feel like I need to fill them in at all. I mean, I probably would if I was going like full glam mode, but on like a normal everyday basis, I don't feel like I need to fill them in all the way, or at all. So I think that I'm going to probably have one more update maybe a week or so from now once the color starts to come back in, because I do remember from the first time at about this point in the healing process, it was starting to get a little bit faded, so I really am happy with how they turned out though. This is it, y'all. It's my final eyebrow update. All of the color has really come back in at this point. It's fully healed. This is without inkling of makeup on. I kind of lost track of what word I was going to use there. Whatever. So if I was going to go like for a full-on glam makeup look, I probably would still pencil them in, but it would take me 2 seconds to do because I have the shape there. But for just like a daily use kind of situation, I really don't need to put makeup on them. I think they turned out awesome. They look super natural. The color matches my hair really well. So I'm really, really pleased with how they turned out. Absolutely recommended. I'm going to see how long they last and maybe get a color boost sometime in between there. But from the first day, which was October 25th, that was my first appointment, till after the full healing of my second appointment, it is now January 5th. So that's how long it took from A to B for them to get completely done. But now I don't have to touch them. They're no maintenance for 12 to 18 months. So it's really awesome. Again, like I keep saying that, but I am obsessed. This is so cool. Totally recommended. Let me know if you have any questions about it in the comments. Like, I would be happy to answer them because I'm really geeking out about it. Yeah, other than that, thank you for watching this. Yeah, awkward bye.